And yet, you know, the real problem is that something is getting in the bag that shouldn't be in there. And that's definitely a governance issue. We'll talk about that a little bit down the line. And then the third area of interest was pharmaceutical control and disposal practices. And this mainly revolves around the Drug Enforcement Act and making sure that narcotics do not end up in people's hands on the black market or, you know, just being used inappropriately. And so, did you have a question?
Oh, did you, you might be getting some of it, but did you read anything about preventing it from getting like into the water supply? Because I heard like there's a whole bunch of like pharmaceuticals and water supplies in different areas. It's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, that's part two, absolutely. So at the hospital, everything is sent into hazardous waste and is incinerated and disposed of that way. At the hospice, they were more concerned about the DEA. The quote from the pharmacist was, "The DEA scares us more. They have guns and can fine you. The EPA, they don't really regulate." So they were dumping all of their narcotics in particular down the drain, which truthfully is not too big of a problem because the narcotics are metabolized really quickly in the water. But the problem more so was that at the in-home setting, so where I was in the facility. At the in-home setting, the nurses were trained to help, after a patient has died, they're trained to help the family, you know, get rid of as much stuff that they don't need as possible, and that was all the drugs. And there are so many drugs. It's this huge cocktail, 25 drugs a person sometimes, different types of drugs, and multiple pills. They were trained to dump all of that in the toilet. It all went down the drain because they